Liberty Landing Marina. Getting ready for the second day's voyage. Just finished showering and woke up. And there's the captain of the day, all set to go. He's cleaning the house. This is the Morris Canal off of the Hudson River. And there's the Manhattan skyline. Approaching the George Washington Bridge. Mountain Bridge. We just hung up the phone with you, Nil. And the big hill, Sugarloaf Hill. Hurry up, catch up, there's a train. We've been trying to race trains all day. Haven't won one race yet. Tied up in Catskill River in Catskill, New York. You say hello to Mommy.
Hello.
Hello who?
Hello, Mommy.
Tell her you miss her.
I miss you.
Are you lying?
No.
Look, his toenails are clipped. Okay, we just finished dinner at the restaurant. We both had stuffed tilapia, shrimp, scallops, over rice pilaf, and we split a sundae, chocolate sundae. Imagine that, Nil, a chocolate sundae. Something you should have been eating with us. And there's Johnny taking a picture of me, taking a picture of him. But I'm zooming in on him a lot closer than he could zoom in on me. No, see, he did brush his teeth. Nil, he brushed his teeth. See him smile at you. Anyway, well, we're taking note. We just covered the boat, and I'll give you an idea what that north sky looks like. Pretty bad today. I don't know if the movie does it justice, but according to Jonathan, he says that's as dark as the sky could possibly get. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with him. It's a small boat. No place to hide. No place to run. Except in the water. Not planning on going in there. Outgoing tide, you see the sailboats pointing the opposite direction of outgoing, which is, and there's a pontoon boat. We all know, would you rather skim the lake in a jet boat or a pontoon boat?
Would you rather cruise a lake in comfort?
Oh, they're cruising a lake in comfort. Anyway, we'll fill in more with that sky a little bit later on. Saturday morning, around 9 o'clock, still in Catskill Creek. There's those guys fishing on that bass boat I was telling you about. Look, you're watching TV. I'm part of the film crew. Hey, just as boring on this video as it is on TV. Okay, we'll just pan the scenery. See what I was talking about, the tops of the trees? Not so great right now. I don't know if the color of the water shows here, but kind of caca. He finished his Twinkie.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
Look, he didn't shave either. You know why he's cold at night? Because you don't put shoes on. Anyway, there's your radio, Nil. We've certainly been making good use of that. Listened to the fan the other night. And nothing but weather telling us all about the nasty storms that we're anticipating and all this major dangerous lightning. And there's the restaurant open, chairs up, nobody in. Think they'd mind if we borrowed the bathroom? I'm sure it's clean. We'd be the first ones of the day. Just leaving Catskill Creek. You could ask me when we get home, but I don't remember the name of that bridge. We didn't go under it, but see all the stuff in the water. But you can see once you get up here, looks like it clears up pretty well. The current looks pretty strong here today. But at least it's heading in the right direction. It's all going south. So just help give us a little push for the way home. So now we're in Newburgh, New York. Bill, you were right. Not a cloud in the sky. Warm. I just peeled off my sweatshirt. Jonathan's opened up the bow. That's the Newburgh Bridge. And obviously you know what that is. That's a buoy. And it's number 60. We actually got way into the hundreds on this trip. Never saw that before. And just figured we'd give a picture of some of the mountains there. It looks kind of nice, not something we used to seeing. All right, here we are. This is the end of, well, this is the world's end, what's considered. You can see where those mountains look. It looks, other than that boat being there, from a distance, you'd have no idea that there was water continuing. Actually, very confusing boating up here as compared to the Great South Bay. And where that's located is right across from West Point. Oh, Johnny, there's the flag up there. Remember you said there was no flag?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's West Point, New York. All right, so I'm not so great with directions. Anyway, this is West Point. The other side, I guess, was the back where the stadiums are. We just rounded a turn. Here's West Point. And I think we can count 5 hawks circling them. Hoping they're not vultures looking for us. Oops, here comes the boats around the turn. We have to stay in front of them. They're casting big wakes. The Kingston Bridge behind us. No, I think I'm wrong. But Mid-Hudson Bridge. Right behind that was Marist College. And here's just some big old tanker. Just part of what you see a ton of all up here. And one thing also, if you notice, there's some radio towers up there. I know back home we've always seen them on the chart, and so it's kind of useless when you see the stack, you see this, you see that. But I got news for you, taking a trip like this, that's how you know where you are, and that's the only way you know where you are, is when you use the references. Like over here too, there's another stack. I don't know if I'm getting that on the, there it is. That's what you really use as your guide points up here. Not buoys, because there's really not an awful lot of them here. And into those mountains there, we're going to be twisting off to the left slightly, and we're going to be meandering around. And at the other side of that, it's called the World's End. Because when we were coming up here, it looks like everything ended right into a mountain, but obviously you don't. Okay, we made it up into the East River. Obviously we see the Statue of Liberty. And then we have the MetLife building, City Corp. You have the UN over there. No, the UN's up further. Well, I'm not from New York. I'm not familiar with it. 59th Street Bridge, Queensboro Bridge, and finally Long Island City. Water seems to have calmed down quite a bit here once we're out of all that mess. It seems to be the ferry traffic causing most of the nonsense here. The seas are angry, my friend. But thank goodness we're not in a Regal. I don't think he knows where he's going, but he's certainly on his way. Just refueled over at Liberty Landing, coming around up the East River now. South Street Seaport. Obviously we're going slow because the water is hell here. It's like being in an ocean. Lots of current and lots of water taxis. Say hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
Wish you were here, babe. Anyway, we're here at Mount Sinai Marina. Yacht Club. And Biff and Biff are here. We just finished our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. I had peanut butter and banana, the other one. We met a lot of friends here. We met a lot of nice people. We're kind of famous since we came from Albany. In a little boat like this, they all think we're nuts. Anyway, why, since we live 5 minutes away, would I possibly want to sleep on this boat? But that's something they'll never understand. Anyway, hopefully it's not going to rain tonight and we could sleep normal. Anyway, get a picture. This is how we've been sleeping. We put the cooler like that. That's been my chair. I don't have to tell you who's been sleeping there. Now, when Johnny wakes up at about 3 or 3:30, what we do, that cooler gets sideways like that. Okay?
Moving the camera around like that, you're taking a video like Mommy.
Yeah, and then what happens, Johnny lies from that side of the boat all the way to that side. And as far as I'm concerned, I sleep, my feet start there, and they go all the way up into there. Problem being, is up by the windshield, lots and lots of water. Water from windshield, lands on floor. Water from windshield, Gary on floor. Water on windshield, on Gary. Get the picture? Anyway, so that's why we're hoping so much that it does not rain tonight. You can see we're keeping a very clean boat. We're keeping ship shape. We know you can do that. See you later.
I question your judgment.
Getting ready to leave Mount Sinai Yacht Club, and Jonathan trying to get the line from here all the way up there. So far as we can see, this looks like attempt number one. I turned the camcorder on just a little late. You're not enjoying as much as I have. Why don't you just wrap it around the lines down here at the bottom for the guy?
You told me that's the way you wanted it.
Anyway, there's Mount Sinai Yacht Club. The guy we met, who's the commander, Commodore I should say, captain, whatever these titles are. His name is Greg. Met him and his friend Bill. Seemed like nice guys. A whole bunch of guys came down to greet us, as the nuts who just came from Albany in this weather. So anyway, getting ready to leave now. Not sure what time it is, but it's just the right time, the way we look at it. So here's Dredge McFarlane here trying to make another attempt. Let's see if he does it.
No way.
You know what? I think the wind is going to help him on this one. All right, we're now coming through Plum Gut. Captain Johnny just took the wheel from me. Not real happy about that, but he kind of shot it with the old nose thing, so we know what that's all about. Anyway, we decided Plum Gut, you can take a look for yourself. Water's got a fair amount of chop to it. We're doing the old bangaroo, and I'm sure the video's going to demonstrate that. Sorry, but I can't do a better job. Anyway, I leave the driving to Johnny, and the filmmaking for me. Hopefully this isn't the last film I make, but I'm trusting the Dredge McFarlane. There's the lighthouse on the starboard side of the jetty. I don't know if you can see through the bow. What we've actually done is we're trying to tuck right in behind the ferry. The problem is there's two ferries and they're creating a mess of water here. But thank God we have about 40 gallons of fuel left. Hopefully we'll get through it now. If not,
This is our farewell video.
this is my farewell video, yeah. Send this to National Geographic. Only kidding, we got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. We can go from here, we can steam all the way to you know where. We prefer not to though. Anyway, that's the story. We're now through Plum Gut, it's behind us, and we're into the Peconic. Love you, bye. All right, it's 7:20 Monday morning. Just pulling out of Claudio's. Listening to the radio report, there was certainly some big storms last night. I guess all the tri-state area, but not a single thing here. There was a couple little showers for about 10-15 minutes. No winds whatsoever. Slept like babies. Shelter Island Ferry. And obviously Shelter Island. Oh look, two ships passing in the morning. Welcome to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. We're in Sag Harbor. And obviously there's some disgusting money. I guess the economy hasn't quite hit everyone. I mean, there has to be yachts in here worth yachts and yachts of millions. Most of the small boats roll up on moorings. You go up ahead underneath the bridge. Obviously room for some more small boats. All right, I'm getting sick. I'm ready to throw up. Too much money here.